I guess it's time for another Diddy update. Now I know y'all know by now. After everything's said and done, all is said and done, they end up giving Diddy, 4 years and 2 months. So he's doing federal time, so what is 50 months. A total of 50 months. After all in all the controversy, 50 months. So let's break it down. Well, as I mentioned earlier, I feel he got a slap on the wrist to an extent. Because again, the reason why I think he got the slap on the wrist is because however dirty Diddy was, they didn't really have hard evidence. A lot of it, crazy as it sounds, was hearsay. Now, of course, we got Cassie's testimony, but she settled on that civil suit, so the credibility, she didn't have much of that. Regardless, even in light of her testimony, that dampened her credibility. So all that played a role, as well as the other alleged people. It wasn't nothing really solid. And those who had a little bit of something, I believe, end up settling. And you couldn't really pin the transportation of prostitutes on Diddy because he was obviously doing that for pleasure, not business. So I think it was facts and points like that's the reason why Diddy got that slap on the wrist. And also keep in mind, he been down, I believe, almost 2 years already. So he probably halfway through that already, if not more, because he gonna probably do a year, then he be in a halfway house. We know the story. So that's it. But before I continue, I'm gonna go ahead on. It is interesting to see though now when it's all said and done, as far as his business and entertainment and industry contacts. I wonder how that's going to continue to go. Because a lot of people turned their back on Diddy. But you know how this industry is. Same people turn your back, they'll be smiling again, shaking their hand in your face. That's just how it go. And that would be funny if that happens with Diddy and everybody is friend again. And then he come and make another song. How should I put it? Basically making another song referencing that. How, one day they hate you, the next day they love you. I'm just thinking out loud. But he probably just going to be cool. Again, a lot of people still ain't fucking with Diddy. For numerous reasons. He did step on a lot of people, especially a lot of people that was signed up under him. So they definitely ain't fucking with him. And neither is him. I'm sure he got a lot of hate in his heart for the people that done turned their back on him. I know he ain't forgetting. So I'm real eager to see how that part is going to play out, how that aspect is going to play out. Being at all these online podcasts and interviews, everybody definitely has something to say. Yeah, even me, I had something to say. I still got something to say. But everybody, so we going to see. But another point I want to put, and probably the most important point as to why Diddy got this good slap on the wrist with the 4-piece. They just gave him a little 4-piece. A little 4-piece, no size. But it was due to they recovered them ledgers. They really got what they wanted for the most part. They wanted all that, them hidden cameras, all that footage. As we know, Diddy had a lot of very important people in compromising situations. And they needed to come recover that. And they got that, what they could. And they dragged Diddy through the mud, raked them pockets, knocked the Sonic coins out of him, the sonic millions up out of him, and clipped his wings. And if we feel you really humble, you may can get back in at some level. Who knows? I don't know. I watch a lot of TV, but that's what I think, really. They got what they wanted. They got them good ledgers. And to hell with you, Diddy. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think Diddy got off easy? Or that's a good amount of time considering? Because don't get me wrong, Diddy already wasn't cool for a lot of reasons. But I'm speaking criminally. They couldn't really pin him. So, I know it's hella people mad. I know a lot of people wish, he's a SCX offender, everything under the sun, and he may very well be. He's definitely a creep. We know that. This shit crazy, man, but hey. Oh, and another thing, because I know you're going to have some people saying like, hey man, how come they didn't do R. Kelly like that? Well, different situation. Again, R. Kelly didn't necessarily have the wealth and the power as Diddy. And more importantly, R. Kelly didn't have VIP people on tape. He had underage girls on old school VHS for the longest. So, people may say, well, all R. Kelly did was have a in-house, SCX house for him and his friends or whatever the hell he was doing. And Diddy was all across the world with it. But hey, Diddy had the money to be all across the world with it. And I don't know, man, because some people say, well, Diddy was slipping stuff in drinks and had all kind of stuff. And I don't know. It's the world we live in. Y'all let me know, though.